Hello viewers, welcome back to the Secret Underground Bunker location. I'm your host, Cap Trooper Munoz, and recently I had to call the police. There's a lot of controversy about the police right now, about their tactics and methods, and there's a lot of controversy because there's a lot of people saying defund the police. Now, if you watch my channel or follow my comments on YouTube, then you know that I am a supporter of the police, and I often listen to the police scanner while I'm working. And the reason I'm a big proponent of the police is because the amount of crap they have to go through every day. People in America, it seems, have come to the point where they cannot solve even the most minor of conflicts with each other without resorting to either calling the police or having some kind of ongoing fight. It's almost humorous sometimes. I'll put a link to the scanner that I listen to below the scanner program. It's called Scanner Radio, and it allows you to hear on a real-time basis what the police go through. And often what you hear about lately is mental illness. I did not know there were so many people that were on medication for mental illness or that were designated as mentally ill people that just cannot cope with reality. And they're usually abusing or antagonizing family members. Now, I'm not a big proponent of using the police to solve my issues with my neighbors, with anybody else. So in this clip, you'll see that there was somebody involved in some kind of problem with one of my neighbors. Even just a couple years ago, I would have gotten up, gone outside, and figured out what this person's problem was before calling the police. However, I don't have confidence in my health to be able to do that. And this leads me to this video where we have to acknowledge the fact that we often need the police to do the things that we may not or cannot do. And as you get older, this becomes more and more apparent. The other thing I want to hit on is that if you don't have a security camera system and you're talking about prepping, or you're somebody who's very concerned about your own safety and the safety of your family, and you won't spend $200 on a simple 1080p night vision security system with a terabyte of storage, then you are doing yourself a disservice. I bought a security system some time ago, and it has been a lifesaver. So here we can see this guy arriving in his car, and he parks in front of my neighbor's house with the lights off. And now he's going to think it's a good idea to start honking. So this is where he starts. And he wakes us up. So now we think it's a good idea for us to call the police. And the police are going to start showing up at this time. And there's 2 units. As one gets behind him, the other one lights him up with the spotlight, as you can see in the video. And then from this point, the officers start to find out what he's doing and why he's honking. Note the time between the time that I said we called and the time that the police got there. It wasn't very long at all. So now we can see them questioning him, and then somebody comes out of the house. It's really not my concern. So, as you can see, the officers are doing an investigation as to what's going on to make sure this is not going to escalate into something ugly. I'm not going to include the whole clip of this, what was going on, but I'll just skip to the part where they allowed him to leave and then they left soon after. Okay, great. Now that you've watched that video, you understand that at 4 o'clock in the morning, I didn't want to get up, get dressed, and go outside and confront this person. I did not call the police on them when they initially showed up. And I didn't even know they were out there until they started honking. And this person started honking the horn, although there's no audio in this clip. They start honking the horn about 45 minutes after they show up. So there's only 3 reasons somebody will sit outside a house in the middle of the night and not leave: money, drugs, or women. That's what's going on. And in this case, it happened to be a domestic dispute where the wife, girlfriend had decided that she'd rather be with my neighbor's son than whoever her current significant other was. And that's why that guy was sitting out there in the middle of the night. And those situations have the potential to be very dangerous. And you see how the police handled it. There were 2 cruisers sent out. There were 2 officers, and they covered each other very well. They went in and found out what the situation was, and because nobody was breaking the law, it wasn't a big deal. They told the guy to move out, and he moved out somewhere else, wherever he went, and my neighbor went back to doing his wife. Oh, sorry. My neighbor went back to doing whatever he was doing. So, a situation that could potentially have spiraled out of control if I had gone out there myself to deal with it was taken care of swiftly and in a professional manner by the police. So, defunding the police. How can you ask to defund the police and in the same breath call the police for trivial baloney? Which, if listen to the scanner and see the trivial things that the police are called out for. And they respond to everything. They are required to respond. They respond to everything. And it's amazing what they have to go through during a shift. Mostly, I'm concerned that as Americans, we have forgotten how to interact with each other. And a lot of Americans have forgotten common courtesy. Don't sit outside somebody's house at 4 o'clock in the morning because you're pissed at your spouse who's left you and start honking your horn. that's something that's not going to end well at 4 o'clock in the morning, regardless if the police come or not. So listen to the scanner. Don't vote to defund the police, and be honest with yourself. Be honest with what the police have to go through on a daily basis. 24/7, 365, rain or shine, snow, the police, the fire department, ambulance service, they're there, and we need them. It's Cap Trooper Munoz. I'm out.